In June 2023, Rhiannon, my sister and I travelled to Thailand. We started in Bangkok and then got the night train down to Suratani and then to Koh Samui. We then moved to Koh Phangan. I went to Khao Sok National Park and finally we ended up in Khao Lak. We ate some beautiful food, met some lovely dogs and saw some incredible views. I really hope you enjoy our adventures there. I am in Khao Sok. So this is a national park here. I don't have Rhiannon with me because she's gone on to Khao Lak, which is like more of a beach area. I have checked into the Coco Hostel in Khao Sok because they run tours into the national park here. So I've just checked into my room. There is no one else in here, which is why I'm talking. Look, they're all like bottom bunks. There's no top bunks. We love a no top bunk situation. Beautifully air conditioned as well. So I'm gonna just sort my stuff out. They've got like like massive space to put your bag. They've got lockers outside for valuables. So I'm going to pop my stuff in the lockers and then head to find something to eat. So the plan is I'm on like an overnight lake stay. So I'm staying in Khao Sok 3 nights altogether. Tonight we've got a night safari. She was like, put long trousers and long top on and wear stuff for trekking. I was like, I'll wear my Tevas. And she was like, no, you need shoes. And I was like, well, it'll be fine. So I'm gonna wear socks with my Tevas, which is a lot. And then tomorrow we go on a trip to the lake. We stay overnight in the national park. I'm very excited, if you couldn't tell. So yeah, I need to get food because it's 1 p.m. I've not had lunch. I didn't really have breakfast because the hotel breakfast was just plain toast. So I'm gonna get myself sorted with that and then see what's happening here. The hostel seems lovely. There's like a social area downstairs with people actually socialising. There seems to be cake on offer, so we'll see what we got. We have just got back from a night safari, so included in the overnight bungalow tour is a night safari, like the day before you go to the lake. So there was 5 of us girls who were all showing the elephant dorm upstairs, and we all got into the back of this pickup truck and rode down to the national park. So you have to pay 200 baht to get into the national park, which isn't included in the tour price. And then our guide called Paul took us through the jungle. So we saw spiders, we saw scorpions, we saw some monkeys, we saw a snake, so we saw quite a few things. It was like a little bit uneven underfoot, but it was absolutely fine in Tevas. They were like, you need to wear socks if you're wearing sandals, and I was like, okay. It was like squelchy in one point. Anyway, I had tea before we went on the safari tour, but I had tea at like 5, so I went to get some mango sticky rice, and they were like, do you want that takeout? And I was like, yeah, because then I can eat it back at the hostel. So it was a place where I got some milk tea earlier. Would recommend, the lady there is very nice and makes nice milk tea. So I've got like a little pouch of really warm coconut milk, and oh my word, this is absolutely massive. I think I've got 2 mangoes here and 3 balls of rice. So let's see what this one's like. I have cutlery as well, which is excellent. Let's see what this mango's like. They've not like properly cut the mango. The mango is very nice. I'll just use my knife to like shave it. Sticky rice is very sticky. I'm gonna enjoy this and then go to bed, and then tomorrow we're going to a lake. It is the first day of the tour, like the full day of the tour out to the lake today. We've just had breakfast, and you get included breakfast with the tour, and you literally just choose anything from the breakfast menu. So I've had like full English breakfast, which we love. So I'm just sort of like sorting all my stuff out now, and then we're gonna head onto the van.
By our bus, about 1 hour.
We've arrived at the lake. Can you see it? So we had like a 20-minute stop at a market to get some snackos, use the toilets that were like those squatty, you know, it wasn't the vibe. Anyway, we've landed at the lake. I think we're just waiting for like a long-tail boat to take us over to the floating bungalows, but it is absolutely beautiful here.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun.
We have landed in the bungalows. This is Nisha. Hi. She is my bunk buddy for tonight, although it's actually a double bed situation. We met in the hostel last night. We've got lunch now, which is good because I'm absolutely starving. But these cabins are beautiful. So they've got like a double bed, a sink, a shower. We have a shower and a toilet. This is beautiful. And then the view from outside. Look at this. It is stunning. I love that it has a back camera thing.
It's so useful.
That's sick. Oh, it's on.
Yeah.
Hello, vlog. We've got some downtime at the moment, so we're just like chilling in our little bungalows, swimming out in the lake, and also we have kayaks. We've come on an evening hike, we've come on these boats, and we're currently going uphill quite a lot. There's 3 levels of steep, whatever that means, but this is what we're going up at the moment.
And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down.
We are back from the jungle trek. We saw some animals on the way back. I'm definitely ready for something to eat, but it's still an hour until tea. But I think we can have like a little dip before then. So Nisha's waiting because I've got the key. It is like 5:45 in the morning. It is the next day. We've come out to see if we can see the sunrise. There's quite a lot of clouds, so I'm not sure if we can. But the views here over the lake in the morning are After the boat ride this morning, we had some breakfast, and now we've checked out the accommodation and we've got the boat to the entrance to some caves. So we're going to go and explore them now. We're back on the mainland now. We've just had egg fried rice for lunch. We've come up to a viewpoint. Hi. We've seen a big Buddha as well. I think we're getting the bus back soon to Khao Sok. So
4 hours later.
I am back from the national park now. I'm back in the hostel. I'm sorry if it sounds a bit echoey, but I'm like outside the dorm room because I started filming, then people came in, and it's shared accommodation. So I thought I'd go through like the trip that I did. I can't remember the name of it, but it is, I'll insert it like on screen here, but it was 2 nights, 3 days, like trip into Khao Sok Park, and it was with the Coco Hostel, and it was 3,400 baht. So I was gonna talk through like the different things that we did and like tips that I have. I'm like just above reception, so it's quite loud here. I don't want to talk outside someone else's room though. So on the first evening that I was here, I did the night safari. So at 7 p.m, you get in the back of a truck and go to the entrance of the national park, where you have to pay 200 baht, and then you go on a walk of the national park. So a guide takes you through the park, so it is dark at that point, so you have head torches, and you see things like spiders. We saw like little gecko-y things. What else did we see? Like hairy caterpillars. We saw monkeys as well, but they were black monkeys and it was dark, so it was like hard to see. We were told to wear like trekking shoes for it, but I don't have trekking shoes. I wore my Tevas and they were absolutely fine. Like my feet didn't get wet. We're not in rainy season, but my feet didn't get wet. It was fine. So we got back here at like 9:30. So I had food before I went out and after, to be fair. And then stayed a night in the Coco hostel, and then on like the full day when we went to the lake, we had to leave at 9 AM. So breakfast was included at the hostel, and you just like can pick anything off the breakfast menu and it's really good. At 9 AM a bus comes to pick you up, so other people like come to the hostel as well to be picked up and go on the tour. So 9 AM a bus comes to pick you up, you drive for about an hour and you go to like a market area to pick up snacks to take to the lake. It also has a toilet that you can pay 5 baht to use. It is like a hole in the ground situation. And then you drive about 10 minutes more and you get to the boat. So this is where you see the lake for the first time. And you get to the boat. There are toilets there as well. And there are free toilets there, which are like actual toilets with soap as well. Then you take a long-tail boat for like an hour and get to the floating bungalows accommodation. And then you have lunch straight away, so lunch is included on that day. So when you're on the bus, they take dietary requirements, so I can't have milk, and they had everything like dairy-free options. And so the veggies had masaman curry, and we had fried chicken, fried rice, noodles, and then there was fruit for pudding as well. So then you get free time from 1:30 till 3:30. And you can go and swim in the lake. There's kayaks, you rent the oars for 100 baht and you get the 100 baht back. The accommodation that we stayed in, so it was a 2-share accommodation and they were like a massive double beds. So I shared with a girl called Nisha. Hi Nisha, if you're watching. She's an Aussie who I met in the hostel and we shared a room. We were both soloing this bit. And there are fans. There is a toilet, there is a shower, which is excellent, and there's towels provided as well. There isn't anywhere to charge your phone in the rooms, but there is like by the restaurant area. So we had the 2 hours to have chill time. The lake is beautiful to swim in. And then we went on a trek. So you get on the boat for like 20 minutes, 40 minutes. Sometime you get on the boat and you do this trek. So the trek took about an hour. And we only did about a mile because it was like up and then down. It is slippery, so my Tevas were fine. It was a little bit slippery in places, but like they were fine. I would advise bringing shoes that can get wet because they will get wet on that walk. And then we got back at about 6 PM and had like downtime before tea, and then tea was provided, and we had, it was like a sit down meal and you like served it. We had noodles, rice, fried fish, I think more curry, and then pudding was fruit, so we had watermelon and rambutans. And then we had free time in the evening. There's like a bar that you can buy like beers and wine and stuff and soft drinks and snacks. And then we had overnight in the bungalow. And then the next morning I woke up at 5:30 because I wanted to see the sunrise. We didn't see the sunrise because it was cloudy, but it was absolutely beautiful. So they served tea and coffee from 6 AM, it's instant coffee, just be aware of that. And then we got a boat ride at 7 to 8 AM where we went and looked at animals around. You don't get out of the boat, so I didn't wear shoes for that. And then you get back and have breakfast. So I had toast, eggs, sausages and like salad bits, and the dairy eating people had pancakes instead of toast. And then we checked out of our rooms at 8:45. The team go around to check that you've not left anything or broken anything. And then at 9 AM we got a boat to go to some caves. So because of like the season that we're in, we couldn't go deeper into the caves because there's a flooding risk. So we just walked for like 15 minutes in the cave, and there's like stalagmites, stalactites, there's bats, spiders, like nothing like comes at you or anything. And then you get on the boat for another bit, but you go back to the mainland there. So that takes about like 40 minutes to get back to the mainland. And then you transfer onto minibuses and then go and have a picnic. So we had egg fried rice at like a viewpoint as well, so you've got a view over the lake, and then you get buses back to Coco Hostel or wherever your like next transfer is. It took about an hour from the viewpoint. I thoroughly enjoyed it, apart from the instant coffee. No one enjoys instant coffee, but I really enjoyed it. Top tips: shoes that can get wet, that hopefully have some sort of grip. I wouldn't advise flip-flops or sliders. Sliders, is that what it slides? You know, but there's no back. My Tevas were fine. I would have liked Tevas with a bit more grip, but like they were fine. I fell over in the accommodation because the floors are really slippery. So shoes that can get wet, definitely bring bug spray. There's loads of bugs because it's like the jungle. Sun cream because it's sunny and Thai sun is strong. They have drinking water there, so you can bring bottles to fill up. They have like a canister that's clearly labelled drinking water. Definitely bring swimmers, obviously, because there's a lake. There are life jackets if you can't swim, and it says to wear a life jacket. If you have a waterproof, like a dry bag, I would advise bringing that. On the long tail boats, like sometimes the water splashed in, so your stuff could get wet. Definitely wear clothes that you don't mind getting wet, because like the boats, like the seats sometimes got a bit wet. I think that's it for recommendations. I'll insert like any in the description box below if I think of any more. So tonight I have one more night at the Coco Hostel. There are 3 lads in the room that I've made friends with who are travelling together, and they're going out onto the lake tomorrow. Tomorrow morning I get a transfer to Khao Sok at 9:30 AM, which should get me there at 11, and I'll be meeting back up with Rhiannon there. We're going bougie for our last 2 nights of accommodation in Thailand. And then I'm done. Then I'm done in Thailand. So thanks very much for watching this video. If you have any questions, drop them below, and I will see you in the next one.